Welcome back to another episode of What the Fuck. And today, he's squatting. Squatter. So, it's been an interesting few days, to say the least. But Kyle has began attempting to reassemble the gearbox. And as you can see from the look on his face, it's not going as swimmingly as it should.
No. We need some shims.
We need some shits. But yeah, so little shims are causing problems. Now obviously over the time everything sort of like worn itself in and continued to work as it needed to. Obviously now that Kyle's put all new bearings in,
Whenever you change the tape the bearings on anything on a gearbox, tapered rollers, they're not like for like. They are slightly different in spec. So when you fit them, you have to shim them, set preloads. It's all a bit confusing. Yeah, and quite annoying too.
that's what I was saying. But yeah, so I'm gonna just take this little baggie off and show you what he's done so far. So, got the diff back in, the diff, but again, now he's got, put the shims back in. I don't know if you guys can see that just there, that little shim there. But basically, see that gap in between, obviously, the collar and the shim. If you tightens that fully, that makes this diff become very stiff and it doesn't obviously rotate how it should.
So we didn't need to take any of this out right now. I had it all fitted.
Yep.
That's a shim. That there.
Yep.
That sits on there. As so. Down to there. That presses into the housing.
Right there. If you can see, the housing is just there. Then obviously that's the gear over there.
So according to the Ferrari workshop manual, it says, yeah, ain't no one reading that.
Nope.
Maybe some of you, but let's go here to where it says English. Here we go.
There we go, yeah.
So, bearing preload, dial gauge. Here we go. Remove the tool fitted once you've done it. Preload tool. Weirdly enough, to check the rotational resistance on the bearings, they've literally put a 1 to 1.2 kilo weight on the end of it. And if it moves, jobs are good then. Jobs are good then. But yeah, it says preload 1.1 to 1.3 kilos. If values are not as specified, replace shim 14, then repeat check stack ring knot. So we've got 14.
Let's have a look. There we go.
Is that there? There we go.
Yep.
That one right there.
Yep.
We've just stripped it all down to take that shim out there, the bigger one. So yeah.
Dumb motherfucker.
I mean, to be fair, I'm happy because I didn't want to change that shim. Had I have changed that shim, with that all reinserted back into there, the drop gear would have adjusted where it sits, i.e., so that has to mesh with another gear. Now, if you change it, it does that. That means you have to set everything back up, and I don't think on this box you can, so it makes more sense to do the back shim. Dinner! So I need to take this shim off and off to the shop to see if I can get another one.
Hey!
Yes!
Yeah. Big old quack. So with that being said, that's the update on the gearbox. Today we have the Challenger in. Now, I did a lot of work on this car many years ago. And it's currently just had a new wrap job done. Wrap guard. Rat. So what I'm gonna do is, I can't actually remember how the hell to take this bumper off. And he has bought new headlights. So I need to have a look.
That's the fucking shim, just for the record, that's the shim. That's the shim, not the rest of it.
I bet people out there are thinking, just add a little washer to it. Fuck it.
Basically, yeah, that's all it is. Isn't it? It's just a washer.
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a shim.
It's fucking shit. So I'm gonna get this car jacked up. I'm gonna basically have a look at the headlights, see how it is to remove the bumper, and see if I got enough time to do that today. I also need to replace the scuttle panel because it is fucked. And and then we also got a few bits for the engine. We needed a new woof woof key. That sits just in there. That was making a Woodruff key. That was making the crank pulley have a little bit of play in between it, which we don't want. And a new seal for the oil filter housing, which is just there. So now that means I can on Monday get this engine fully assembled, get it off the stand and get the gearbox on. So I'm gonna take the wheels off because he's got new tires for the 50 billionth time. We are going to remove the wheels off this vehicle, and he's going to take the wheels. I'm going to have a look and see if I can get this bumper off. So yeah, I might lapse it, I might not. If not, we'll be back. If I do, enjoy. Hope you guys enjoyed the struggling, because that was not fun. But the bumper is off, and we might have found out what the issue was on the bearing side. So, results. Yeah. So we got this little, the shim that we showed you guys earlier, but it was a little bit.
That there, where it sits, see how it sits there? And it allows the bearing to spin. So on the original bearing, it was that there is slightly bigger, so this was catching the edge of that there. So we've basically tweaked it, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we should be cooking on gas.
Yes. Or electric hobs these days. Well, bumper is off. That looks ugly as fuck like that, hey. Yeah. Looks so sad for itself. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take the new lights out the box, and then have a little look at what we need to do to get these all plumbed up. They say it's plug and play, but when it comes to these aftermarket things, it's never really plug and play. So let's see. Enjoy. Alright, let's have a look at these lights. So you have them. So apparently the difference with these lights compared to the ones that are in the car, you can actually change the color of the halos on them. So yeah man, let's get them fitted in and then see how they look. You can come in, Sanko, come on. He's being shy. Sanko, you've seen him in the previous video. For all your electrical needs, ECUs, clocks, clusters, keys, you name it, he does it. So yeah man, I'll take you in his shop one day, it's pretty cool. But yeah, I'm gonna get these lights fitted, and then after I get them fitted, show you guys what they look like. Keep it locked. So I made a rookie mistake, and that mistake is not checking the headlights to make sure they were the correct ones before I stripped it all down.
You know you done f***ed up, right?
So obviously stripped it all down, took the headlight out, took out the new lights, and as you can see, they have different plug connectors, which means they are not going to fit. So yeah, fit it all back together again now. So as Clarkson says, on that bombshell, we'll end there. Appreciate it, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Also, don't make that rookie mistake. If you're going to change headlights, make sure them bitches are the right ones. Anyway, oh yeah, and that little mod he didn't work. So he's gone off to go and get a new shim. I'm going to get this put back together again. Hopefully by that point the tyres will be here. Get the tyres fitted back on, and that's a wrap. So catch you guys on the next one.